Hi guys, so I'm just going to do a quick intro of how your new training block's going to look like, because there's a few different changes. So firstly, each day has a separate session. So Monday to Saturday is 6 different sessions. I'll go through the exercises in each one. So we're going to start off with more of a structured warm-up. So each session, if you've got specific exercises you want to do, maybe from the physio, any specific individual stretches, just make sure you get in 5 minutes early. So do your own bits, start off with the bands, but then we're going to go straight into this activation phase, which is going to be getting your heart rate up, getting sort of more proper movement. So then we're going to go into our strength exercises from there. So this bit's more of an activation phase, get you moving a bit more. So some of the feedback recently was just, I suppose sometimes the warm-ups are quite similar, which is fair. So we've changed the warm-ups in every session. So we then go into our strength exercise. So for example, on Monday, we've got deadlifts, shoulder press, split squats, dumbbell row. So we're always going to have a full body component for the strength. Okay, so I'll go through each session, but you're always going to be doing a few leg exercises, a few upper body exercises, just because that's what we believe you're going to get the most balanced strength gains from. So always going to train full body. So your 2 sessions a week, you're always going to hit full body twice. Okay, we're then going into the accessory phase where each session is going to vary. So we've got some dumbbell work, some banded stuff. You're always going to do a core exercise. Okay, so in this accessory bit, there's always going to be one core movement. And then we've got conditioning to finish. So you're always going to do some sort of conditioning now. So you haven't got as much of an option where it's like strength and conditioning. You're basically always going to do a bit of both. Okay, so each day has a different session. So I'll go through sort of briefly what each day is gonna look like. So Monday, every day is not in the right order here. All right, I'm just going to go across the days. So Saturday, for example, we've got incline barbell press, renegade rows, box squats, and single leg RDLs. Okay, so I don't expect you to remember these, but if you do favour a certain movement, try and make sure you get in on that day. Thursday's small group, sumo deadlifts, dumbbell push press, barbell reverse lunge, bent over row. Again, you don't need to remember all these, but it's just going to give you an idea. If you come in on a certain day, this is what you're going to be doing. Tuesday, back squats, gorilla row, incline dumbbell presses, and kettlebell RDLs. So with all of them, the accessory movements are going to change. Come on, remote. Okay, Wednesday, when it loads. So Wednesday, you've got barbell bench press, reverse flies, heels elevated squats, so that's bar or dumbbell, and kettlebell swings. So with all these exercises, they're always going to be progressed as much as you want. So it doesn't matter what the variation is, you can always push it as hard as you want. So if you do want to go really heavy on your squats and you come in on a Wednesday, you're going heavy on your barbell. If you want to go a bit lighter, you can go lighter with your dumbbell on the goblets. So there's always going to be an option to suit. Friday, we've got chin-ups, split squats, barbell RDLs, shoulder press. All right. So we'll go through each day with you, depending on what day you train. So to complement that is your strength work and your conditioning work. So these small group sessions are going to be your foundation for everything. Your strength and conditioning is going to complement what you want to do. So with your strength and conditioning sessions, Monday is going to be upper body. So your barbell bench press. So tweak some of the exercises, but Monday's upper body, Tuesday is lower body. So I'll just whack up Tuesday's session. Tuesday's lower body. Okay, Wednesday goes to more of a full body, so your deadlifts, Oh, that's conditioning. Oh, my bad. Yeah, Tuesday, lower body. Wednesday, deadlifts, bit more upper body work. Thursday, upper body. Friday, lower body. So upper, lower, upper, well, upper, lower, full body, upper, lower. So if you want to focus on building upper body, try and get to those upper body strength sessions to complement your small group sessions. If you want to do more conditioning work, just book onto the conditioning sessions, all right? So your small group sessions are going to be foundation. So we're going to do a bit of conditioning work, your strength exercises, that's going to be a bit of everything. And then these sessions are sort of designed to complement what you're gonna do. Okay, so a lot of you have done the conditioning sessions, but like an example of your conditioning sessions is your AMRAPs. So as many rounds as possible. You're going to go through your reps, have a little breather, 20 minutes. So with all this sort of stuff, you can push it as much as you want. So if you're new to doing cardio, that's fine. You're just going to take longer. So they're always going to be scalable. So if your goal is to lose weight, get fitter, you probably need to be doing this sort of stuff, all right? As well as obviously moderating the calories and all the stuff outside the gym. But in the gym, we want to try and make it as specific as we can. And that's when you can start tailoring your week. Okay, so Friday, on your strength, your lower body work, just with some extra, well, Friday's full body actually, squats. So yeah, you can start putting together your week. So your small group sessions are similar with a slight change. Add in those strength and conditioning sessions. So we've got activation phase, which is going to get everything moving, get you nice and warm. Full body strength work, accessory stuff. So here we've got, say, a bit of extra shoulder work with some core, and then conditioning to finish, getting the heart rate up. Okay, so that's just a brief overview of how the training phase is going to look. We're going to go for 8 weeks. Okay, so a little bit different as well. So 8 weeks, and then you're going to test at the end. And we're going to change your reps every 2 weeks. All right. So, for example, if you always come to Friday, if you mix up your days each week, that's fine. But if you want to always make sure you get into Friday, we're going to vary the reps. Okay. So you might do 2 weeks where it looks like this, and then we might do the next 2 weeks where it might be 4 sets of 8 reps. Okay, 4 sets of 10 reps. So we're going to alter the reps, make you use sort of obviously different weights just to make sure we're progressing. So we're going to, every 2 weeks, vary up your rep ranges. Okay. Any questions? Just give me, Con, or Sean. Give us a message. Catch us in the gym. Just drop us a message. We'll get back to you. If you want to just have a little look at the sessions when you're next in the gym, that's fine. But just book on whatever days suit. Okay. If you can make the same days, you'll be doing the same session. But if you want to get a bit more variety, and I think that was a bit of feedback, is some people just like a bit more variety. So structure is going to stay the same, just a bit more varied. All right. Cheers, guys.